Hello everyone, Time to Grind here, and today I wanted to talk about Worms Rumble. And no exaggeration guys, Worms Rumble is already one of my new favorite games, and it's definitely one of my favorite Battle Royale games already so far. But before we get into the review, I do just quickly want to let you guys know that I was given a review copy of the game in order to make a video for you guys. I never let that influence my reviews, I just like staying as transparent as possible for you all. So Worms is the newest game in the Worms franchise, and if you have any experience with the Worms franchise, you know that they're mainly these turn-based tactical games, and Worms Rumble is just a crazy new take on the Worms formula, and it works incredibly well. And instead of playing like the old Worm games, Worms Rumble is a super intense, real-time deathmatch and battle royale game that is super fun. Also, it is just a breath of fresh air in terms of multiplayer games for me personally. So I'll first explain how the Battle Royale mode works, as that is easily my favorite part about the game. At first you choose a part of the map that you want to spawn in on, and when everyone gets put in the game, you spawn in as your worm in this 2.5D world, and you can move left and right, and you can also jump and roll around, and you can also scale the walls. You'll quickly find boxes to open that give out weapons, ammo, jetpacks, grappling hooks, and other items. And overall, this loot system is extremely streamlined as the game is super fast paced. So if you don't have two weapons already, the game will just auto pick up the first weapon you touch. Also, you'll auto pick up ammo on the ground, and if you don't already have gear like the jetpacks and grappling hooks, you'll auto pick up gear, and the same goes with the consumables. So overall, you spend very little time with the inventory system because the game is so streamlined, and that makes this game feel so much faster paced, and it is incredible and way better than most other battle royales in my opinion. And from there, you're pretty much just going around killing a ton of the other worms and getting better weapons and exploring the maps. And I will say that the weapons are probably one of the best parts about this game. There's several unique weapons, some classics like the shotgun and the assault rifle and the rocket launcher, but then you have these other crazy weapons like a gun that shoots exploding sheeps that run at the enemy. And if you've played the other Worm games, you'll definitely recognize that as that's one of the kind of Worms franchise signature weapons. And the attention to detail on these maps is pretty incredible. The 2.5D art style is really awesome, and all the different areas are visually unique, which makes the map feel like they have a ton of variety. Also, there's several different maps with unique gimmicks on them, so you don't have to worry about getting bored on the maps at all. And so over time, more and more of the areas in the maps will be closed off with poison gas, and all the areas are always connected in many ways, with things like stairs and elevators and vents that you can only see in if you're in them, so you can use them as hiding spaces and sneak attack people. And from there, you pretty much just try to be the last worm standing. And if you want, you can play this in squads and, the Battle Royale mode. So there's a solo mode, which, was my personal preference, but then you also have a separate squads mode that you can have a team of 3. So if you want to play with friends or even with randoms, you can do that as well. The other main game mode is Deathmatch, and with this, everyone in the maps is just killing each other over and over like crazy. There's still the crates to find and open, just instead of losing when you die, you can respawn quickly after dying, and after like 7 minutes, whoever has the most kills wins. And honestly, I think the Deathmatch and Battle Royale are going to have a ton of people playing them. They both bring completely different things to the table, and although personally I'll mainly be playing the Battle Royale mode, I could totally see myself playing some games of the Deathmatch for more variety. Also, in terms of the player base, the game seems to be doing crazy good as of right now. It's a free game for PlayStation Plus users as well in December, I believe, and the game is cross-platform at launch, so with all of the platforms together, I don't think you'll have any worry about getting in games of 32 people. Also, with the cross-platform, that's just really awesome because it allows you to play with your friends that are on other platforms, and that is always a good thing. And so the gameplay is fast-paced, exciting, and crazy fun, but that is actually only half of why I love this game so much. The game has a progression system that actually managed to make me care. A lot of games do the type of progression systems tied to cosmetics, and normally they just don't interest me at all, but for some reason, this game just does it right and makes me love it. It kind of works like the progression in COD and also kind of a little bit like Apex Legends in a way. So you can level up your overall account and that unlocks new customizations for your worms like hats, faces, and even card backgrounds and different stat tracking things to brag about on your cards like Apex Legends does. Also, you can level up each individual weapon, which will allow you to get new weapon skins for those guns, and the final weapon skin is a golden weapon skin, which reminds me so much of Call of Duty, and I love that because I always liked grinding for those golden weapon skins. So for me personally, this game is just everything I could ask for. You have crazy good and fast-paced gameplay, you have super fun weapons to fight with, you have really good looking maps, and just overall an amazing theme. You know, I've always loved the Worms franchise and its art style, and a really simple yet impactful progression system that gets you new cosmetics for your worm and your weapons. The only piece of criticism or feedback I would give is that there's sometimes a little too much downtime between the matches. The game takes a little bit to find a match, but that's fine because you can be looking at your account levels and all the unlocks you have, but then the loading into the game itself takes a decent amount of time as well. It's nothing unbearable, but after playing a couple of games in a row, I started to notice it, and also if you're kind of getting new to the game and you're dying a lot at the beginning, it might suck to have to go through the whole loading process again if you just die immediately, but I guess that's kind of a thing with all battle royales. But besides that, hands down, I would recommend this game in a heartbeat. I'm definitely going to continue playing this game, and I might even stream it on one of my Saturday streams. Also, not to brag, but the first several games I played in the Battle Royale, I just kept winning over and over and over again, and I made it into a Let's Play that was a ton of fun to film. So if you want to see me just being a Worms Rumble legend, then you can check that out. I'll link to it at the end of the video and in the comments and description as well. But if you have played Worms Rumble, I would love to know your guys' thoughts in the comments down below. And if you enjoyed this video, then consider leaving a like down below and subscribing to see more content in the future. I make 3 to 6 video reviews and Let's Plays a week, and I'm live streaming every Saturday night right here on YouTube, so subscribe and ring that bell like all the big boy YouTubers say to see those in the future. But if you're going to be grinding out some games of Worms Rumble, I wish you luck, and see you guys next time.